Welcome back, shit talkers. This is another episode of Shit Happens, where we talk about things that happen in life. I'm one of your hosts, Jaycup, but my co-host Brendon is not here with me. He should be on next episode. We will see. So I'm going solo, back to back. I'm Drake now. I've another weekend of chilling out, vibing for special message to my graduates. Um, keep going because high school was just the, you know, beginning of your worrisome, troublesome life, possibly, if you're a mischievous person. Not a mischievous. If okay, high school is just a stepping stone. It's the beginning of life. It's does not tell you how life really is. So if you thought high school was sweet and it was just fun and you're not good at being on time and planning and doing assignments, well, hopefully you're good at paying bills, not being late on rent, working. And if you live with your parents or you're going to college, you should be okay. Although your parents, you know what I'm saying? You have your own situation in life figured out. My best piece of advice to all the graduates out there is to find what you love doing. If you already found it, to keep going in it. And if you haven't found it, just keep searching, keep looking, and you will find it. It's hard, it's not easy. It's not a task that I would say is like, you know, generally just, oh, pick one, like it's a candy, or like a treat or like a dessert or something. It's not that easy. It's not easy to pick what I'm doing life. But if you've already found that in high school and just continue doing that, if you haven't found it, you will find it. In the meantime, I would say keep trying things and be busy. Work, get a job and keep trying out little jobs or even just go on Indeed, look through some jobs and um, and see what sparks your interest. Of course, not everything's going to spark your interest, like plumbing. Nothing's wrong with plumbing. I'm not saying that. But for the general, most people, plumbing doesn't spark their interest. Maybe it does. Yeah, for sure. I say just find something you want to do and if it's passion or you're passionate about and continue into that. That's my best advice for college grads. And I know it sounded a little bit all over the place, but that is the best advice I can give is to find what you want to do. Do not find what your family thinks you're good at. Your family thinks you will succeed at. Do what you want to do. If both your parents and all your siblings went to college, but you don't think college is your best option, then probably don't go. Or you don't like school like that, but you're going to make them happy. Do not go to make your family happy. If you haven't learned in high school, this is another piece of advice I would give is that you should definitely not be people pleaser in no type of way. Do not look to please your family or anybody else for that matter. Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing what you want to do, you're gonna regret it either right after you do it or later down in life where you're like, man, I really could have. You don't want those moments where it's like, I could have, should have, would have, because you didn't. At the end of the day, anything you could have, would have, should have did, you didn't do, and you don't want to have those thoughts because you have those thoughts, it just sends you spiraling into depression. And I'm pretty sure nobody wants to be depressed. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of this generation is living with some type of anxiety or depression, whether it's separation anxiety. I feel like a lot of people have separation anxiety, and I'm no therapist, but like I feel like a lot of people are suffering from that one, especially. And yeah, we all could do better. So, therefore, my advice is to not get caught up in what people say and to find your passion because that's very important. Also, since the last time I've posted a podcast, Miami was what down. Miami was up 3-0. That series have completely flipped. It is now 3-3 going to game 7. To be honest, I'm not sure what's going on with that. If Boston wins, I'm convinced the NBA is rigged. I'm convinced. I'm definitely convinced the NBA is rigged. If Boston somehow wins this, I'm convinced the NBA is rigged. Like 100%. 100%. Like there's nothing that you can convince me that could tell me otherwise. Definitely the NBA is rigged. If Boston comes back and wins the series from 3-0, if Miami wins, then I feel like they're going to get swept. So either way, it's a lose-lose situation for me. Congrats, Jokic, on winning your first ring. Um, I think Jokic will have a pretty solid career. I don't think this will be his last ring. Because of the fact that the NBA is going to turn a lot, and it's going to look a lot like college basketball basically after LeBron leaves. I feel like because you still have Curry, you still have KD, um, people like that, but LeBron's like a mainstay. So like once LeBron leaves the league, which another thing, I don't believe he's leaving this year. I think if he does retire, he's retiring to get surgery on his foot, and he'll be right back to he'll be right back to playing basketball where Bronny enters the league. Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. When Bronny is eligible to play, which after a one and done year, eligible to play in the NBA or to play for the draft or however that works. So I believe that LeBron will retire for a year and come back with his son. If he doesn't retire, just expect a lot of load management from LeBron, kind of like what they did this year, where he pulled his groin and things like that. Expect like the same type of year from LeBron, where he gets injured at some point in the season, they look down and out, and they come back stronger. Of course, I'm not a huge LeBron fan, so that was terrible to see them beat. Um, One of my personal favorite people, which is Steph Curry. Um, the Golden State Warriors are not my favorite team. I love Curry. I used to now I used to actually really like them, but I can't say I was a true fan because I literally came once I saw Curry on my screen. I've never not been a fan of wanting to support him. I did like Clay, but Clay's turned me off. He's got injured, and I know he's been hard to cover from. Draymond, I actually really like Draymond. A lot of people hate on Draymond because he talks a lot and he gets in a lot of scuffles with players and things like that. I personally like Draymond. I like the dog in him. Um, and yeah, I feel like Draymond is well respected among the league. I know he got into that incident with Jordan Poole, which was another thing. So it's a lot going on with the Warriors, but me personally, I love Curry, and it was very upsetting to me to see LeBron put them out because I don't like LeBron. Now LeBron, the person, nothing to dispute. Great person. He builds schools, has a wife, no scandals, no trouble off the court. He's not John Morant, but the basketball player, he's just not appealing to me. And everybody has their preferences. I don't know why my preference gets so criticized. How could you not love LeBron? He's the GOAT. He's not my GOAT. No, I have a GOAT. I don't really have a GOAT personally, but if I was to say, like, if I was to put him as GOAT, it doesn't make sense for me. I think he's a relatively good player. Like, obviously, he's a great player, but I personally don't like him. Other people do. That's your preference. I just don't like him as a player. As a person, great. Why do I not like him as a player? I don't know. I can't really. It's so method. I think that the thing is he slows down the game, and I like a fast paced back and forth like a show almost, and it's like he slows it down to where the point it's like a long drawn out play, like you're watching a theater play that's really drawn out, and like it's not like you can tell it's dragging. It's not like good like dragging like to the point where you're like thinking like this should go further. Like I really like this part of the play. No, this is the part where it's like somebody's like getting stabbed and they're doing a musical as they're getting stabbed. It's like, well, aren't you dying? Like how are you singing? Like come on, this is ridiculous. That's how I felt about LeBron's play on the basketball court. Just slow, methodical, and I don't like it personally. Me, I like Kyrie and Curry and KD. KD and Kyrie, I'm kind of done with. So the lone standing person that I really like is Curry. I used to like Kyrie, KD until they left Brooklyn and to go to the Suns and Mavericks where they both failed. So it's like y'all made that move for what? Y'all were on a winning streak until you guys wanted to interrupt it, which I personally think it was Kyrie's fault. But that's all hypothetical, and I don't personally know them personally, so I can't tell you that whose fault it was. But it was ridiculous. The most ridiculous experiment I've seen blow up. It's the most ridiculous thing. I used to really love Kyrie because of just I mean, do you know who Kyrie is? If you guys don't know who Kyrie Irving is, he's like the wizard with the basketball. He does ridiculous things with his dribbling. I mean, he's like one of one. There will never be another Kyrie Irving. There will never be another Kyrie Irving. Like whoever his successor is, there will never be another one of them. But you can definitely look back at Kyrie Irving and be like, Yeah, he stole Kyrie. Yeah, he stole that from Kyrie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whoever succeeds Kyrie is like crazy. But I don't see anybody doing what Kyrie has done on the basketball court. I do not see that unless you're like a real street hooper, because that's what Kyrie does. He brings the street hoop to the real NBA, and I really hope that he does not go to the Lakers and sign with LeBron. Otherwise, guys, the Los Angeles Lakers will win another ring with LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, and that will disgust me. It really will. But at the end of the day, it's not my fault. But yes, I do not like Kyrie and KD. The moment I knew something like their little experiment was in trouble was when they got swept by the Boston Celtics. Because I'm sitting there like, because that was my team when they were on there. I was like, what's going on? What is this? I'm like, they're gonna get a game. They're gonna get a game. They're gonna pull this series out. No, straight up sweep. It's the craziest thing I've saw yet. The absolute craziest thing I've ever seen. They literally got swept. It was crazy to me to think about. But yeah, I'm sure you follow us, if you follow us, you've seen the clip of me and Brendon talking about how somebody has power washed their grass. Now I don't know if landscapers know about power washing grass. I don't know if that's a thing for you guys, but I found it very, very wild that somebody was power washing their grass out in the blue. It was very random. And this other thing I seen was somebody was vacuuming their drawer, like the kitchen where the silverware goes and things like that. Like you're doing too much. You're doing way too much. That's a different level of clean. Maybe if you're getting a professional clean, maybe they do that. But you're vacuuming the drawer, the silverware goes. These are things I've never seen. It's a different level of cleanliness. I get it. It's a different level, and hopefully I get there one day. But right now, I just don't see the need to be vacuuming out drawers and refrigerators and things that I've never seen vacuum. I've just never seen these things in my life. I'm a bit confused by these things. They're just very troubling to my brain. Um, so yeah, that was yeah. Vacuuming drawers, power washing grass, vacuuming out the refrigerator. It's wild. It's wild. The next thing is just, I don't know where else we go from here. Where else do we go about vacuuming things? I mean, if you want to vacuum the vents to your air conditioner, things like that, because it gets dusty. I be seeing dirt on the vents. I could respect that because it do be looking a little bit dirty. But I think that's the thing where you clean your air filter or something like that. It starts to look bad. I'm not too sure on the research part on that. I have to look into it. But for sure, yeah. Either my cleanliness standards have to rise, or some people's cleanliness standards need to fall because people are doing ridiculous things out there. Again, to my 2023 graduates, congratulations. Well, high school graduates, congratulations. Even the college graduates, congratulations. And I hope you have a great rest of your life. And this is a start to your career journey in your family, in your marriages, or whatever you choose to do in your life. But at the end of the day, do not let anyone disturb your peace or distract you from your personal goals, whether it's family, friends, parents, spouses, anyone. Just look at what you want and go for it. Of course, if you live with someone, of course, if you have bills to pay, please pay your bills. Do not drop everything. Do not drop, personally, do not drop all your bills and go into debt for your dreams. If you want to go for your dreams, stay. I feel like it's a better process to start step by step and just dropping your job that's paying your phone bill and all like that. Now, if you can afford dropping everything today, go ahead and drop it. If you feel like you have, 4 months of rent saved and you feel like you can get your dream accomplished in 4 months or less, by all means, go for it. By all means, go for it. But you better have enough money after the 4 months is up. You better get that dream done in your 4 months or your timetable, or at least if you're going to, I don't, if you're gonna drop everything, please have a contingency plan where, okay, if it's after 2 months and I have made zero progress, I need to get back to building and stacking back up my savings. If you're, I'm all for dreams, but do not put yourself in the worst possible place for your dreams, Because, nobody, I don't think, I just think if you're going to do this, just do it in the right way. So if you have dreams, but you feel like you can't pursue them, start step by step and then keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building until you get to a place where your dream becomes the thing that pays the bills, and you can drop that little job you have or keep the job, do your dreams at the same time until you literally have to let it go, and then and your dream and like doing the other thing that you're not passionate about is hurting you. It always hurts when you're doing something you're not passionate about, because you'll lose passion for your passion by doing something you're not passionate about, or you'll get tired of it, or you'll just snap at random points. It's tough doing stuff you're not passionate about because it literally kills your creativity in your mind and your will to live. It's a lot to do something you're not passionate about. So my advice to all the graduates is to find something you're passionate about, do it, and don't listen to anyone that isn't giving you constructive criticism or helping you in any type of way. Do not give up on your dreams for anybody. Do what you want to do and be who you want to be, but be smart. The biggest thing I can say is be smart in your approach to doing what you believe you should be doing. And that's about all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this episode, of course, likes, comment, and rate us 5 stars on Spotify, of course, because this is on Spotify. But if you see our YouTube channel, which is Shit Happens TV, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, if you see any of our socials, like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, tell a friend, and tell a friend, tell a friend, because we are going to be posting more and more and more. Of course, we are thinking about going live on TikToks soon. So, and that will interact with a lot more people. And yeah, we are going to have a productive summer. So stay locked in, stay in tune, and touch with us, because we're real, genuine people. We are not doing this for any ulterior motives. We are doing this because we like to do this. It's become our new thing. It's just become our new thing. It's something I genuinely love doing. And we're not sitting there and faking and conjuring up things just to do. This is just things that we found to do. So if you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and no matter what in life, shit happens. We'll see you. Adios. Love you guys.